back to the next episode of Waifu Wars. I'm that noble girl who was like, I ain't paying these prices, and walked my ass right out of the Prince's Cafe, Doobie-doo.
And I am Chica's new producer who will be signing her to my label, Sobroni.
And welcome to the Waifu War podcast, where we talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, the weeb, but not your waifu, because, you know, news on the block, she sucks. She's trash.
Damn.
Crazy. Couldn't be me.
Sucks to suck.
How you doing, Oni?
I'm tired. How you doing, Drew?
I don't know. I got this weird burst of energy. Like, now I feel bad. I made like a cup of tea for like
Hope
no
you
reason.
maintain it for an hour.
I mean, I also have tea, but I don't know how it just came out of nowhere. You know, let me take a little sippy sip, a little ASMR for y'all hoes. A little. I forgot what kind of strand of tea that is, but it's delicious nonetheless. So yeah, let's get into this episode, and we're gonna start as always with our new segment, This Week in Anime. I'm gonna make this very quick in the interest of time because we are recording late yet again.
Yep. Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Oh yeah, happy Mother's Day to everyone. You know, much love to all the moms. Love you. Love y'all. So first one, some good news. Nana Mizuki returns to work after recovering from COVID.
Nice.
I shared with y'all that she was diagnosed with COVID back a couple of weeks ago. But she didn't have any fever and her symptoms were pretty decent. And now she's back to work, so we love this for her. So
good
that
job.
was some good news. Now for some bad news. Inspector anime season 2 unfortunately has been delayed to January 2023. The season has been delayed. It was supposed to be airing in fall, but now it's been pushed back to winter due to quote unquote various circumstances.
They were like, "Oh shit! What other shows are airing in this season? Quick, push that."
Right,
shit back.
exactly. Yes, that is the various circumstances. Right.
Chainsaw Man.
Right.
Spy Family. Nah, push this shit back.
Exactly. Period. But Spy Family wouldn't be airing then.
The second core is in fall.
Not summer. Oh, okay.
Nope.
Well, damn. Yeah, girl, you might as well just run.
Yeah, just don't look back.
Right. But I'm looking forward to it, especially after finding out that you know, big time voice actor Aoyuki is going to be joining.
Ooh. I love me some Aoyuki.
She's gonna be cast as Yuki Onna, so she's gonna be some kind of snow girl. Nice. What I'm assuming it's going to be the girl in the poster that I'm looking at right now. Let me just send that to Oni, so he knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, she's cute.
Right. Oh, well, I mean,
I like her hair.
I wouldn't call her cute. I would say she's like pretty and also scary. But you know, that's just me, I guess.
That's just cute to me, you know. Pretty, scary, combined to make cute.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure, math.
I mean, well, man, look at your.
Great point. And speaking of, that is going to end it for our news segment. Yeah, that's basically it. We're gonna make it short and sweet. We're gonna start with our weekly review, starting with Spy Family. It is season 1, but episode. What episode is this? 5. All right. Man.
I know what you want to say, so I'm just gonna say the good things first. I love this episode.
What?
I think this is the best episode of the season.
Wow, not him saying I think I'm gonna. Like, what did you think I was gonna say?
I think you're going to start off by saying, "Oh, this was a good episode, but too bad Kaguya was
Not
right next to it."
Not at all. This was a really awesome episode.
Okay, good.
I was thinking that I was gonna start contemplating out loud whether I'm making this my episode of the week.
I would, but I think we know what my episode is.
Right.
See, this is why I didn't make an episode of the week last week, because now I don't feel guilty about it.
Oh, bitch, I'll get over it. But yeah, this is a very fun, apparently very filler, quote unquote filler episode.
Yeah, so apparently, like, the original chapter was only like a few pages long, and then all the stuff involving this whole escapade was added in for the anime. So, like, all the Lloyd traveling through the castle and fighting all the henchmen and shit was just all anime original stuff, which is pretty good, because I would have, if nobody told me, I would have not realized that this was, like,
at all
added material. Yeah, it flowed really nicely with the plot. In fact, now I'm judging the manga because I'm like, shit, all that stuff was cut out. How's the pacing in the manga?
I mean, they were just like, oh my god, let's take you out somewhere nice. And, okay, nice.
Yeah,
now
castle.
let's...
Yor fights me. Now bye.
Okay, moving on to the plot. Yeah. Holy crap. Like, I feel like it was, like, they had some, like, really cute moments throughout the episode. And then just when the action sequences start.
Oh, yeah, the action kicked ass. Like, the soundtrack was so good.
Like, we all kept saying, like, this feels like Persona. Like, the music
it literally
was Persona,
felt like a cutscene from Persona.
And Lloyd at this point is fighting with a mask on, like...
Yeah, it was a better Persona adaptation than the actual Persona adaptation.
Right.
Damn, get Cloverworks to do the fucking Persona 5 remake.
Right, this was so good. You know, the whole him... I know it's weird how amazing it was, just a sequence of him just dodging balls and, like, kind of fighting and stepping on people. You know, very chaotic, very fun. And then, of course, the scene comes where he fights a very drunken Yor. First of all, I love that Yor's just drunk this entire episode.
Yes, that was great. Literally the whole episode, Yor's just drinking.
Yes.
Just in the background.
Literally, they're talking, and you just see her just down a whole glass of wine in one go. And I'm just like, wow, yep, looks like me.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, I relate to this. And I was waiting for this to happen. I was like, oh, she's drinking, and they're gonna eventually, she's gonna do some crazy shit. And yep. True to form, Yor just came out here, was like, time for drunken jutsu fighting.
Yep, and proceeds to almost beat the living shit out of Lloyd.
Oh yeah, I'm convinced at this point that if
they had to fight each other, like
yours killing him.
1,000%. Luckily, you know, she doesn't realize that fighting in heels is not the greatest thing to do when you're drunk, and the heel breaks, and she kind of just, like, falls and passes out.
I love that she just, like, falls asleep immediately as she touches
immediately. Like that,
realistic.
Like, that wasn't even that hard of a fall. Like, she just went to sleep.
Like, been there.
Yeah. Also, the side character Frankie, he's really starting to grow on me. Like, this episode.
Yeah, he was MVP this episode. Well, yours MVP, but he was MVP number 2 this episode. Right.
Like, that's the way he set everything
relationship
up.
with Anya. He's like the fun uncle who, like, looks out for you and shit. Right. Like, oh, you're gonna give your son this because he passed his exam, right?
Right. Yeah, you're gonna do that, right? Like, I love how he's, like, coercing her into, like, doing stuff, even though I feel like low-key he just wanted to do it. Like, he's like, oh yeah, no, like, you work so hard. Oh, it's like, I guess you just won't go to school now unless he does this for you, huh?
And then Anya's like, yeah, I won't go to school unless you do this.
Right. Excuse me, yeah. So he's clearly teaching her the right ways to use her powers. The powers of childhood. Yeah,
exploit that. Exploit it while it lasts. Doesn't work anymore.
Right. And then all the spy people coming to, like, play, like, around, like, just like how they roped everyone into doing it, which is really well done and really funny.
It was, like, comedic while still being semi-believable. It's like, yeah, these guys just do whatever because he's like the top spy and shit. Like, oh, this must be for the operation, surely. This incredible expense.
And then speaking of which, I love at the end how, the woman who's like, I guess she relays the messages.
She was salty about it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, even at the beginning, she was just told to, like, oh, yeah, just trust in him, or, like, basically the main boss was like, he's that bitch, so, or he says
do whatever he says. Mm-hmm.
So then, when she got the bill, she was like, well, here's the expense, and he's like,
yeah, you said...
surely this is not, and she's like, nope, it is.
Yep, pay, yep, there you go.
She's like, that's it, I hope it was worth it. I'm sure she was giving her life. She was like, yeah,
not coming out of my pocket. And yeah, like the general family dynamic is just fun to watch. Like I just love them. Like these three characters together are just fun.
Yeah,
it's fun to watch.
Very fun. Yeah. So looking for next week. Like, this series is like it's doing it for me.
And I'm looking forward to see. Apparently, they're gonna start the. Anya's gonna go to school next week because they're. I was browsing through some of the news, and they introduced like 4 new schoolmates that Anya is gonna be with next week. So I actually want to see what Anya's school life is gonna be. That's gonna be interesting.
Yes, I'm looking forward to see all the new characters that she's gonna interact with. Okay, next we have Kaguya-sama wa Kokura Setai Otro Romantic, episode 5, which is, I'm assuming, our episode of the week.
Yeah, how could it not be?
Right.
This is why I don't give an episode of the week every week.
That's fair. Now I think now I understand. Now I understand your...
Yeah.
Because, like, this episode is just very... Wow. And we got a Chica episode!
Finally! And look at that. And it was the best episode of the season.
Point blank period, poo. Like, that was... Like, it was the best for, like, so many angles.
Yeah, this episode was like literally a masterpiece in the way everything was constructed. They went so hard with the rap. Like this was the first half of this episode was just a straight up musical almost. Like a rap musical.
Yeah.
Watching fucking Hamilton for the
Agreed 100%. And I love how everyone, well, not everyone, but most people that were in the scene like had their moment to like rap or shine. Ironically, except for Hayasaka, because
she had like a little bit of verbal
comment.
Like,
it was not rapping.
By
yeah,
far.
she was just like yelling.
Yeah, it was just like talking. Yeah.
Right.
Rhythmic talking that didn't rhyme. I love that there was just like the setup, like just unexplained shit. Like they did so much stylistic stuff. Like there was like background dancers and shit during Miyuki's rap, just like skating around him and fucking flipping.
All that extra. Like literally became like a music video.
Chica was just beautiful. I love that Chica is fucking off the you teach her to rap and she just gets a potty mouth all of a sudden.
He's like, oh my god, and then about two dudes fucking like I was like, what? I was like, excuse me.
When is the Chica Lil Nas X collab?
Excuse me, young lady. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I feel like they're, and it's so weird how I'm like, I'm not even sure with the whole rap thing. I guess no. So the rap part was so powerful that I almost was like, wow, out of this whole episode, there's nothing that I didn't like. But then I forgot there was like a whole different other section, which was also good. Yeah,
I like the second section.
Yes.
It was nowhere near as like
it was
crazy good as the first half.
Right, but it was also very good. Yeah, so the rap section, like all of it was like perfection. Like just
even Kaguya's part where it was like a little bohemian
Rhapsody homage,
style. Her grilling the shit out of Hayasaka.
Right. And Kaguya of all people. I'm like, girl, how dare right. I was like, I was like, Hayasaka, get her ass back. Of course, Shinigami trying to rap. He's like, let's hear it, and then he tries to rap, and you just cuts to Chica going flying,
literally just flying in slow motion.
You just see her in the grass, like listening,
fidgeting, twitching.
Oh my god,
foaming at the mouth.
And I'm like, yeah, Chica, I understand how you feel. I get it.
Oh.
No, don't worry. You will never be. I don't think you'll ever be that
as bad as him. No.
Yes.
I'll come close, but I won't.
Yes.
Him teaching her how to rap,
just so she could teach him how to. Oh, okay. I'm like, what? I was like, wait, what? Wait, does it make any sense? How is he teaching you so you can teach? Like what? I love that scene where they realize what just happened. And she's like, "That's kind of funny, right?" And then he's like, and then you just see the monsters behind him, also laughing.
And like Chica awakening to Rob was like, "Oh, you just have to spit your emotions in your rhymes," and she immediately just starts like, "Fuck you, Miyuki."
Right.
Just shitting on him.
Period. Oh my god, it was, man, that shit was so funny.
It was hilarious. Such high budget. Yeah. They went so over this is pure Kaguya. This is like, take one simple concept, somebody learning how to rap, and just go to like 20 on the scale with it.
Oh my god, the whole point where Kaguya is just confused for like half the time. Everyone's like being like Chica and what you call Miyuki are rapping, and then she's like, "What the? Oh, who would be moved by that?" And then Hayasaka's almost crying. She's like, "What's going on?" And then they're like, "Yeah, right." And like Chica's like, "I understand," and then Kaguya's just like screaming because she's like, "I don't know what's going on." Oh god, that was so funny.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and then I liked how it ended with like actual like development where Hayasaka's finally like, "Girl, you're making me do too much. I want to be a teenager too, not just your maid."
Also, a little stinger at the end where she's like, Kaguya's like, "I'm glad you guys are just friends," and then Hayasaka's like, "More accurate to say we're starting as friends."
I was like, get her ass. Yes.
Like, yeah, watch your back, Kaguya.
Oh my god. Wouldn't that be crazy? Literally competing for Shirogane with your maid, who's low-key the better girlfriend, but...
Listen, I'm just here to ride the Chica route, so it doesn't even matter to me, alright? At this point, like I said, like I like Kaguya, but she is not the best girl in her, like not even close.
Not even. I'm like, if between the two, I'm like, if Shirogane would pick Hayasaka, I'm like, would you even blame him at this point?
No. I wouldn't even blame him if he picked Maki. She's cuter.
You mean more lolly-like? Let's just say that.
No, not even. Well, yeah, she's also more lolly-like, but I just find her cuter. She's more straightforward than Kaguya is, and she's not as like a cold, manipulative bitch.
Right. I think that's where Kaguya like loses points
me a bit. Yeah,
because she's just so demented. I mean, I live for it, but. Yeah.
It's not a charming character trait in terms of a romance.
Right. So in the second part, Maki is back, and her and Shirogane and Ishigami, they have conversations about how she feels about, like you said, dating the guy that she likes, and whoo, there's some really intense feelings.
She has some complex emotions that she. I like that they basically just become her therapist. She just shows up. First off, she showed up, just like broke into their room and just crying on the floor.
Oh yeah, they opened the door and she's like crying on the floor in the darkness. They're like, do we go in? Listen, the way I would be like, that's a sign that I should just go home.
Yeah, and you're like, are you okay? She's like, why would I be okay? I'm not hysterical. I'm like, bitch, you're on the floor in the dark crying in our room. What are you talking about? You are very hysterical.
Oh my god. She's just like the way like her love-hate relationship for her best friend Nagisa. Woo! That's a
Yeah,
lot.
it swings. Like one sentence, she was like, "Me and Nagisa are best friends. I'm helping her out." The next sentence, she's literally Satan.
There's a picture of like something that's supposed to resemble Satan with like Nagisa's face like photoshopped on.
It's like photoshopped on it.
Like, geez Louise. And then she got me unfortunately having to tell her the possibility that like, hey, like they probably might have had sex at this point.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, kissing, it's just fine, and she's like, sex.
I like that they try to narrow it down. Like, oh, it's probably during summer break, and she's like, don't try to narrow it down.
Don't give them a timeline.
Making it worse. Yeah, don't give them a timeline.
Oh my god, and she's getting stressed. She's drinking more of the tea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. And then the whatchamacallit, the gag of it all is Ishigami and Shirogane both have the nerve to be such hypocrites and be like, yeah, you should just told them how you
make
feel.
Their move.
Yeah.
Why are you taking so long? Don't put your pride before.
You're right. Don't put your pride before it. The one who the one who's fastest wins.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, we're in season 3 of this shit show.
Of the show, yeah. But I think the real star of this episode was that fucking ending sequence.
I have mixed feelings about that ending.
Really? What part is mixed for you?
Like, I think I would have liked it to be a little bit more rappy. Like that felt for
it was more pop.
Yeah,
it was
definitely more pop than rap. But then it's like they all had like the weird rap / Tower of God aesthetic. So I'm just like, well then bitch, just lean into it and make it rap. Just make it a rap song. And
it was like a pop rap. It was like who's a good pop rap artist?
Literally the K-pop. Like literally K-pop rapping. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah. You know, they have loose standards for rap in Japan and Korea, right? I'm not expecting them to come out and sound like Dr. Dre or some NWA shit.
Nope. They actually have rap in Japan and Korea. Nope.
Yeah, but I feel like their version of mainstream rap is just pop.
Nope.
With some minor rap elements in there.
Well, okay, I can't 100% speak on Japanese, but in like Korea, like they rap. Like they rap. It's rap. It's just straight rap. But so yeah, that was one problem. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying that was my one problem with it. Second problem, I didn't like how ugly the girls looked. The girls looked ugly.
Okay, glad you mentioned that because I didn't want to sound like a misogynist.
No.
Drew's a misogynist now.
I'm not. Like the girl, like no, they did their faces look so mannish.
Yeah, their faces looked exactly. They had very rigid looking faces. Exactly. I'm fine with it because it's just like the aesthetic. Like they all just looked hyper masculine.
No, but it's like it made sense to the guys.
Yes, it makes sense for the guys.
But when it's the woman, it's like I almost don't know who you guys are. Like,
so you use the hair to tell. First off, Miko's the only one who looked amazing. I kind of like Chika's outfit, but yeah, her face was kind of off. But Miko looked fucking 10 out of 10. Her outfit was 10 out of 10. Her face and hair was 10 out of 10. She was the one who benefited the most from the art style. Aharen Miyuki.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I get what you mean. Their faces were like a little bit, mannish.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think low key everyone looked a little ugly to me, personally. Like, it was just more pronounced for the women.
Yeah.
So
I'm fine with it though. It's just the art style.
I know,
if this became the official style of the show, then I have words.
Right.
But if it's just like
if it's just the ending, like this is the episode is still great. Like the ending has nothing to do with the show itself. But what I wouldn't say this is like an interesting ending. Do I think this will be like more iconic than the original Chica song? No.
Well, do I think it's going to be more iconic in that it's going to be more memed? Of course not. Like, there's no out-meming the Chica dance, but I think in terms of like production value and like effort,
I mean, obviously that's more.
This one is obviously.
Well, obviously this one. I'm just saying it's not gonna be as impactful as the other one. That's all.
Yeah, it's not getting more impactful, but I do like it a lot. I like the song too.
Yeah, the song was cute.
I think the song is really dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that to my playlist. And yeah, they put a lot of work into. Apparently, it was all done by one person, which is kind of fucking insane.
Wow, that is insane. I mean,
and he's only 18.
Okay,
so
18-year-old, 18-year-old. Amazing job. You did so great. I look
forward to your career at fucking Mappa or something.
Despite everything I just said, you are fantastic. You are a great, fantastic job. You're probably not going to hear this because you don't even speak English, most likely. Or why would you listen to our podcast? But great job.
Someone send them this podcast.
Right. Send, especially this part.
So that you can leave a negative comment about Drew in the
oh wow, thanks. あいつがドルビードキスこの野郎ちょっと貴様が
He just comes out and raps battle. He like, you think I don't know how to rap? Fuck, rap battle time.
And I'm just like, it has nothing to do with rap. What? Oh my gosh, yeah. Great episode.
Yes. Easy 10 out of 10 episode. One of the best of the series. Loved it.
Mm-hmm. Up next, Komi-san wa Komi-sho desu. Season 2, episode 5.
Man, I forgot what happened in this episode.
Yikes.
It's a blur because I watched it like in between Shield Hero and Otomege and Aharen, so I'm like, oh my god, it's all blending together.
Right, yeah. If you kind of just watch it like that, I understand.
Oh, it was a snowball fight.
Yeah, snowball fight.
Yes. It's coming back. It's all coming back.
Me now. Yeah, for this episode, this episode was very much peaks and valleys.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Peaks and valleys.
Like a lot of fun. Like I love the snowball fight where she's like on the elementary school kids team and all the fucking craziness.
I love the end. Where I just like takes down her own team. She's like, Komi, I killed him for you.
I killed him for you, Komi. Don't. And then Komi just like, slowly throws the ball.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. The moments with Komi and Akira were really cute.
Oh yeah, they were adorable. I love those. The whole Hanafuda game they were playing. I'm pretty sure they were just making shit up. I don't know how to play Hanafuda, but I kind of felt like they were just making shit up at a
I won't question it.
Yeah,
but
it was fun.
What I was living for was literally like, yeah, that part where it literally just became an episode of Kakegurui.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you think the grandma's gonna be all scary, and then all of a sudden, like, Akira's like,
she like smiles behind the car.
Right. I was like, ooh.
I'm like, god damn, that was a personality switch.
Right. I love that.
Literally, Kakegurui, you're right. She just became Yumiko for a second.
Exactly. Too bad she lost, but
yeah.
So that was fun. Yeah, honestly, the shrine part, they could have kept that.
Oh, which part?
The shrine part.
I actually forgot about that part. Yeah, that was just kind of...
Yeah, they could have kept it. Even though, great, literally, that... literally could sum up that whole section as great gowns, beautiful gowns. Because that's true. Mm-hmm. Because that's all that section offered. Komi and Akira looked so cute in their kimonos. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace to Shoko, because of the way no one gave a fuck about hers. He said, I look good in mine. Meanwhile, Shoko is very beautiful. I kind of feel like they disrespected her in this episode just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Like, it should have been Komi, Akira, and Shoko are walking together.
Yeah, I think that would have been better. Like, just have them as the dynamic together.
Exactly. But yeah. But yeah, no, and it was like, they could have kept it.
What about the shrine maiden scene? Like Komi and what's her name? The other girl, Inaka. I'm kind of mixed on that one because I like the other girl. Cause she's like, I just like her voice. She has, I love the country voice, but I don't know. It was just kind of a bad scene.
Right, like when I say the whole shrine scene, I meant the entire thing.
The entire thing.
The entirety of it. I like Inaka. It just, this wasn't it for her.
Hopefully she gets more screen times later.
Yeah, word. I like her lots. Alright. Up next, we got Aharen-san wa Haka Renai. Episode. What episode is this? 6. Yes, 6. Rock. So it started off very funny.
Oh, are we gonna have reverse opinions on this one?
Okay, so let me finish that statement. I'm gonna say it started off very funny, and like the little haha, like she's swimming, and then he's swimming, and then they swim, da da da. The segment could have ended there, honestly. Because then I feel like it's... I'm like, okay, the joke already got redundant with ping pong. Like, you're starting to lose...
They basically kept doing the same joke over and over.
Right, and I'm just like, I don't... Right, whatever, I don't care. I forgot... Oh my god, I forgot they did the thing with the basketball.
Yeah, it was basketball, ping pong,
bowling.
Swimming. Bowling, yeah, I forgot bowling.
Right.
Although bowling is bullshit, by the way. That is, I like that one the most just because that is kind of how bowling works.
I feel like I've never seen that work for someone.
Really? Whenever I go bowling, people do that shit. They'll just like drop it between their legs and like push it a little bit, and it'll just be a strike. I'm like, bowling is such a bullshit sport.
Oh, usually they would just get like a 7-10 split or some type of split. That's from what I've seen.
I don't know. I mean, I suck at bowling, so I don't know.
Yeah. However, this episode gets saved by the second half, which is amazing. I am a Ren stan.
Yes, that's what I was hoping you would say. I'm
a Ren stan. He is precious. It's very much that scene from Brooklyn 911, and he's like, I love Reno, and if anything happens to Reno, I'll kill everyone and them myself.
Yeah, it's like, I like that it was like a double twist too, because at first you see him and it's like, okay, so clearly something wrong with her, and she's talking.
No, yeah,
like,
it's not her.
Probably her sister. And I'm like, it's her sister. And then there's like another twist, like, oh, it's my little brother. I'm like, oh fuck.
I even get the little brother
I just assumed it was
like that flew by me, and then he says it again. He's like, oh, that's my little brother. I was like, little what now?
Yeah.
I said, excuse me. Oh my gosh! And then they have the whole part where like they confront the whole like, oh yeah, he likes to like wear her clothes, and he's like, oh, but it's because it's cute. Is that a problem? Should I stop? And he's like, no, that's fine. And she's like, oh, I love you. I'm just like,
oh yeah, they're adorable together. We need more men.
Yeah, I need more men. It's like, honestly, we can get rid of Raito altogether. And just be Ren and Aharen.
I wouldn't mind some segments of them on their own, just chilling. Especially because she could be like her voice. And
exactly.
Shit, like, talk to her in certain scenes.
Like, and because Ren was so cute. Like, Ren is so like, you're just so cute.
When he grabbed Raito's face and like tried to make him smile.
Yeah, nah, like this. And then he's like, oh, he always takes my uniform. He's like, sorry about that. And like the little tongue thing. I'm just like, I melted. Yes. Like, and he's just so, like, he talks like a kid in such a cute way. Like, he's so cute about it. Like, he's like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead. All right, bye. Nice seeing you. Okay, bye. Like, he, like, it was just that the way he spoke was just so pure and earnest. I was like, I love you so much.
We are Ren stans here.
Period. God, I love Ren.
Yeah, that was definitely the saving grace of this episode. You got lucky, Haran.
You got lucky. Right. You almost lost me there.
You had that trump card in your pocket. You're like, oh shit, the first half of this episode isn't going so well with the views. Let's quick bring out Ren.
And it worked.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's move on to Otomege Sekai wa Mabni Kibishi Sekai desu, episode 6.
Talk about a school festival.
Woo!
And yes, Savior and Aran, you're right. He does have good taste.
Right. Yep. I just laughed. First of all, shout out to the anime very, very obviously pushing the Yuri agenda. Like, now they're making it.
Yeah, literally every time they're together, they're just like sparkles in the background. Like, I wish I was as hot as you, Angelica.
Period. And excuse me. No, I really like. First of all, they're cute together. Like, I just like them together.
Yeah, I like them together.
They're really cute.
They have good matching personalities. They're both pretty.
Yeah, and I love how every time I think this show is about to get very kind of generic and basic, they're just like, nope. Like, everything I think they're about to go right. Whoop, nope, they go left every time.
Yeah. I was feeling that too with the whole school play. Oh, this is gonna be my shop versus your cafe or whatever. I'm like,
right, exactly. First of all, fuck his sister. Like,
oh yeah, his sister's such a bitch.
Like,
how dare you come into my? First off, you tried to kill me, so you shouldn't even.
Okay, bombs that could have potentially ended my life.
And then they just have to make her even more of a bitch because she's like, oh yeah, there's new guys coming and I'm trying to get with him, and then my friend is getting in the way, and then he's like, oh, is she trying to butt in your relationship? Like, no, I'm trying to butt into her relationship.
I like him now. I'm trying to steal him.
I'm trying to steal this guy from her.
I don't know, could you maybe like threaten her a little bit? Like, I'm like, excuse me?
I'm like, you're actual garbage. Can you please get out of here?
Ooh.
What is the purpose of your character? Well, all the women in the show, except Olivia and Angelica, they're just like
awful.
Really shitty.
And the queen.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she doesn't count because she's like a woman.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, she's not a teenager in the school.
All of them are trash. Oh, excuse me. But then they're opening up their little cafe. But then somehow the Backstreet Boys open up like their cafe, aka the Prince and I don't know, Gremlins. They open up
his minions.
Right, that word. They open up a cafe next door where it's like this is a cafe. It clearly looks like a host club.
It's literally, they have like bar shit, like have alcohol on the wall and shit.
Literal bottles of alcohol, but no, we're just selling tea and stuff for exorbitant prices. Like, I mean, I don't know how the currency works in their game, but
they they definitely stressed how expensive it was.
Right, it's giving the high tea prices in New York City. And I'm only saying that because I'm trying to have high tea, and like these prices, I'm not fucking with. I don't fucks with these prices. So relatable content. I felt that. But then the gag. The queen of all people is like, yeah, I'm just gonna sneak on and like kind of. I don't know. I want to see the festival, but I also want to have words with. What's his face? Leon. So she kind of ropes Angela in, which is cool because I really like her. It really shows the kind of character she is. She's very fun. Yeah,
she's like kind of mischievous, but like also very fucking like intimidating, which we saw at the end of the episode.
Yeah, I'm really waiting for that. But then we have like the very traditional moment where it's like, the disgruntled customer, and this, I don't know, this teenage girl is being a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Just shitting on Leon to a point where Angie and Livia have to get involved. By the way, if I was Livia, like, I've been like, I may be a commoner, but at least I'm not a man, and then just curb stomp her.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be literally like you're going to jail if you like actually harm a woman, but which
Mm-hmm.
some could say I wish that was the case everywhere, but anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very much like in this world specifically, like you put hands on a woman in any shape or form, like jail, your whole family,
long time dead.
Right, like you're just gone, girl, gone. But yeah, but I've been like, hey, I'm a woman. I may be a commoner, but I'm a woman, so square up, bitch, and then just beat her ass.
Something tells me that Olivia is not very strong.
No, but you know who is? Angie.
Angelica?
Yes.
Yep.
Angie, Angie, defend your woman. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
can you call her the commoner? And honestly, if you were offending my girlfriend like that, I'm like, all right, you can. I'm like,
time to throw her hands.
Like, listen, you got two choices. Now you can just leave and not say another word, or you can keep talking, and then my hands are gonna keep talking with your face.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Because I ain't afraid of your status. I'm a whole ass noble. Oh, they're a rival family. All the reason more you should be beating her ass.
Yeah, there you go.
All the reason more. But hey, I know. But I guess all it took was a butler like putting hands on Leon, and Leon just snapped, and he said, "Well, I can't beat you girls up, even in my insanity. I know I can't touch y'all. However, your servants." They're all men, so
he was literally like, "I have an excuse. You touch me first. I can beat the shit out of you."
Exactly, and he just needed to beat all three of them crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love that. Love that for him.
Yeah,
it's like we don't get that moment. It's usually like, oh, like someone else does something, or it's not like the other person. It's like the other person they face some type of retribution, but it's not on par
from the main character. Yeah,
it's not the main character, and it's not on par with what the the original victim, quote unquote, suffered.
Right.
But yeah, no, this was very much an eye for an eye. Like, he beat the shit out of them.
Like, you touch me, I beat the shit out of you. That's why I like him as a main character, because he's just, first off, he's kind of unpredictable, but also he just kind of like bucks those trends and just like does his own thing, isn't afraid about being an asshole sometimes, which is good. Like, I like main characters who are generally good but aren't afraid to be assholes when they need to be assholes,
right,
or defend themselves.
Right. Let's see. Well, then begins the segment with the queen. Where she's just like, oh my god, I'm mad about everything. Like, all the girls are bitches, and all this stuff is horrible, and why just go fight my son like that?
I like how he just fucks with her at first too. He's just like, please don't spare my family, and she's all like, oh, please no, I'm not trying to kill you. And he's like, Angelica's just like, no, he's fucking with you.
And he's like,
yeah.
Yeah. And then when he's like, can you make some memories with me for this festival? And he's like, yes, I understand. You're actually a nice woman. Marry. And then he proposes to the queen, and I'm like, what?
In front of her son.
Yeah, unfortunately, the son was also
like,
there.
I completely forgot about that. Like, oh right, her son is the prince.
Yeah, and
the prince didn't hate him enough before, and now it's like, now you're trying to fuck with my mom.
Yeah, or in this case, just fuck my mom.
Just fuck my mom.
Yeah.
Imagine, oh my god, the prince must like has the worst life ever.
Oh my god,
the guy who fucked you up and like disinherited you now gets to fuck your mom.
Listen, somewhere there's definitely doujin of that. There has to be.
Yo, there has to be.
There has to be.
And if there isn't, there better be.
Right, I need it translated because that one, I'm not interested in the sex. I want to know how it goes down. I want to read it.
I want the plot.
Yes, I want the plot. Yes. Yeah, so that was really funny, and unfortunately, yeah, he definitely had it coming. I'm like, I don't want to side with the prince in any way, but yeah, you deserve to get your ass beat for that one.
Also, can we low-key not mention, like, oh, they keep talking about the queen is like an old hag and she's just in her 30s.
Right.
I felt attacked. Please don't.
Right, and she's beautiful, better than.
And she's like beautiful, more beautiful than like 99% of the cast.
Period. But then she still decides that's I wouldn't say beautiful, maybe scary, because she like sits down with her son.
She showed why she's queen.
Yeah. And I'm just like, once again, I stand a literal queen. She literally,
she's like, what the fuck is wrong with
She's
you?
like, what is this cafe? Why y'all dressed like a bunch of like professional hoes? Why is there alcohol on the wall? Why are people paying mad money for this cheap ass food? They're like, oh, it's kind of Maria's idea. And she's like, bring them.
Where that bitch at?
She said, where the fuck is Maria? He's like, oh, I won't show that. I won't. And they kind of did that thing where he's like, oh, he kind of like mouths off to her a little bit. And she's like, I raised you better than this, and I am not going to have this woman fuck shit up for me more than she already has. Bring her to me now.
Bring her here.
Like, the fact she did not step down from her son. She's like, bring him to me now.
Yeah, I love when she called him out too. She's like, weren't you supposed to like not see her anymore because you lost the duel? Well, aren't you a coward now?
Oh, God. His us together.
Yes. Go queen, literally.
Oh my God, like, please, yes ma'am, work.
And Marie just trembling behind the curtain.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, I fucked up.
I'm like, oh my God, I hope. I know she's gonna find some way to sneak out, but oh my God, on the off chance that doesn't happen, oh my God, the way I will be rubbing my clit furiously just watching Maria sweat.
Best girl. Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to like breathe out, because I'm just like, oh God, I could just imagine. Also, one thing that it's kind of weird about this anime, I feel like the way the eyes are drawn are very weird, especially for like the male characters, especially the MC.
Because they're too like, wait, why? I
don't know. Like the girl's eyes are like super like kirai, like very like overly shiny and shit. And his, I guess they're not trying to make him look like as pretty, but it's like I don't know. His eyes, it looks like almost like there's like two potential pupils. Like,
oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. It's like the shading is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like really weird. Like, you almost look like an alien. I mean, that was something I feel like I always knew there was something off with their faces, and I couldn't tell what. And it's definitely like their eyes. But I know it's anime. I'm just saying.
You're saying these anime eyes aren't realistic?
No, maybe I'm just not the hugest fan. Maybe it looks a little too glossy for me.
Yeah, maybe it is pretty shiny.
Like very, very shiny. And then they're trying to not make his ass shiny like the girls, and then just looks hello like weird. Yeah, that was just a random thing I saw that I had an opinion about. But yeah. Oh my God, yeah, I'm super looking forward to this next episode.
Yeah, I hope shit happens.
I hope
the queen bitch slaps Marie.
Oh, sorry. Alright, so time to backtrack, because I only skipped over an anime. By the time we started, I was like, fuck it. So, Up next we have Tate no Yusha no Nari.
Oh shit, we
Yep,
totally did skip
Nariagari.
it.
Like the moment
Wow,
we
that's
started, yeah, I'm surprised you didn't catch it because you usually catch it.
well, listen, that speaks volumes about this season.
Right.
No, you should.
I'm like, bitch. There's a part of me that's just like, you know, I really just want to talk about this because I enjoy talking about this anime. Unlike the fucking rise of the shield hero, or in this case, the fall of the shield hero. That's what we're calling it.
Kill the turtle. Stop giving me false hope with this fucking turtle. Every episode is like, oh, we finally killed the turtle.
No.
Not yet.
No. We admitted it. No, still alive. We got the heart. Nope. Os is actually just straight up the turtle, more or less.
Yeah.
But okay, so the gag for me is, my question is, them being linked together, like, either way she's dead. So how's this such a huge
so
twist?
just kill her. Yeah, she was gonna
She's
die.
going
from
to
the
die
start.
regardless.
Materially, it changes nothing.
Not at all.
In fact, it makes it easier because you could just kill her.
Right. Even though I feel like they tried. Didn't they try to and she like regenerated? Question mark?
I don't remember. I don't think so. I think they tried to kill. What you're talking about before they cut the turtle's head off?
Maybe? Fuck, I forgot. Listen, this whole boring ass arc is a blur to me.
I like how they had a potential to make the arc more interesting because they met up with the other three heroes.
Yep, and they said, nope, these three are just gonna go somewhere else and do something.
Nah, we're fine.
They're literally just going to be fodder for like a trap.
I'm like, oh, are we gonna get some like actual interesting development between Glass and Shield Hero and the other two? Nope. We're just gonna walk on by.
It's gonna be boring as hell. You're welcome. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh.
And now we got this new generic villain.
Oh yeah,
Book hero.
I am the book vassal owner. I'm just like, listen, bitch. Unless it's the Dead Hulk, I'm not scared.
Oh yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. This episode felt really long too. It felt like a lot. Like, it felt like not much happened, but it took a lot of time for
nothing. Exactly. They meet up. They're like, "Grr, we don't like each other." I mean, that was like the best, quote unquote, the best part where they're like,
that was the best part of the episode.
Where he was like, they met up and he's like, "Oh, we should meet with them," and he's like, "Nah, fuck y'all, y'all want to kill me at the end of the day, so no." Mm-hmm. Like, just like that tension, that was good. But other than that, I didn't care about anything else.
Yeah, I'm kind of convinced that this arc is just gonna. I swear to God, next episode happens and they kill this book hero guy, and then the turtle is still fucking alive, and I'm so upset. Yeah, I don't want this turtle to live. I want this turtle to stay dead.
Yeah, I'm over it. At this point, it's getting to the point where I'm just like, man, I love you, Os, but if you having to die means this shit ends, I think I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
Listen, this is like Endless 8 territory. Like, if killing you saves the show, I'm for it. All right.
Period. But yeah, there was an episode. Once again, not the best one.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't have much to say about this episode. Just not much happens.
So let's move on.
I don't even know if Fido and Tally didn't have that many lines.
They really didn't. Except, like, Philo was just complaining about the inside, and they're like, I don't like this guy. That was kind of it.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to our final anime of the night. Tomodachi Game, episode 5.
Main character's a psychopath.
And I love that. Like, I love how Tenji... And I was like, I knew there's gonna be a good reason why they revealed Tenji to be the culprit or the traitor, and I'm just like, because there's a bigger boss, and that's
you may be the traitor, but I'm fucking crazy.
Period. And I like the whole battle of the wits. You know, if anything, it would have been cute if they could have gone for like another episode with it. Where it's like, we know who the person is. Like, it was giving very much like very light versus L.
All right, I'm not gonna go
like
that
no,
far.
but in a very simple way.
But like yeah, similar,
In
style.
right, that was like cool. They mentioned that there's like 3 hints of a trap, or like 3.
Yeah, I was actually gonna go back so I could find it. But I'm like,
That's
I
a
get
lot.
this show. This
I was like,
that
that's
much
all
effort.
right.
Fuck out of here.
I don't like maybe probably read the manga. Like they'll show it to us.
They'll show it. I'm sure they'll show it next episode or something. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, here and here and here.
I mean, for me, you know, it was given away when he like was the only one to object to like the very foolproof way of finding out who the traitor is. I'm just like, you've been the like. There's a way he's been acting gave it away that he's a traitor. Like he was.
Yeah, he's very over the top. If we were playing werewolf, he'd be super sus right now.
1,000%. He'd probably also be the werewolf. Excuse me. So yeah, but yeah, no, I like Yuichi's plans. I was kind of waiting for that. I was like, is this game they're gonna do some really cool, like, you know, turn the game on its head shit. And I like that, you know, I like that it was like 2 plans instead of just like 1 plan that was like super, like, stressed throughout the entire episode. I feel like that could have been that could have stretched for a little bit too long, in my opinion.
Also, like how they got him. It's kind of like ironic. The plan involved him just admitting to it by writing his own thing on the card. Like, I'm the one who got us to participate.
Yeah,
in
that
game.
reveal was really badass.
Just like the icing on the
right,
cake.
exactly.
Like,
Because like we know.
Not only did we find out, you literally just admitted to it in a way that you can't cover up.
Right, and and also you also took like way too long in the like. This should be if you're not it. This should be point blank period end of statement. Like at that point, they should have known that he was the traitor. How did I don't know? I guess for Yuichi, it's not gonna be as simple as I know, like it's not gonna be as simple as whatchamacallit it. Oh, the way he was acting. That was it. Even though it could be that simple, it's probably gonna be some. It's gonna be some more.
It's gonna be some convoluted thing where it's like only 2 people know this secret. It's like a process of elimination
something with the tags. Something with the tags. Because when they said, "Oh, if you would already pay attention, you would already known how so and so noticed," and they zoomed in on the tag where she was like, "So I guess that's something." Right. Excuse me. That had something
Maybe
to do with it.
Don't they don't the tags have like how much money they owe on them?
Right.
Maybe he just looked at all their debts. It was like, well, whoever's lying has the most debt or some shit.
Maybe it's like, oh my god. At some point they like I don't know, like switched it around. Start switching their tags around.
Yo, if they do some crazy, I feel like they're not. If they do some crazy shit, like if I go back and rewatch the old episodes, the characters are wearing different people's nameplates tags, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Right.
It was all part of the plan. Like you see, like what's her name wearing Shibei's tag or something.
That would be cool, but the tag doesn't have something to do with it. So I guess we shall see. I think that is our final anime of the night.
Did we skip any more shows?
No, I believe that is all of them. I do want to do a filler arc. Basically, I just want to talk about the Doctor Strange.
That is so not anime related, but
right, but it was so good. It was just so good. I'm like whatever. I want to talk about it. Yeah. So this. Oh, spoilers. For Doctor
Strange
like
2,
if like
and probably WandaVision.
That too. Just skip to the end. Honestly, just skip to the ending. It's timestamped, bitch. As it should be. But yeah, so can we start with one of the best things about this movie was, which I feel like you're not probably not gonna guess what I'm gonna say.
Visual effects?
No,
What?
the trailer, because the trailer had everyone
Really?
fooled. If you watch the trailer, they said nothing. Like no one could have predicted this, that she was going to be the
What?
villain.
Being the
Because
villain?
all they did, they
Yeah,
framed it as
that's
in,
true.
he did some. It's Doctor Strange did something kooky. You know, I think they probably preluded to the fact that he kind of did like the whole thing with Spider-Man, and now
Yeah.
you like messed with the universe, or mess with the kind of magic that's causing universes to like to collapse. So ergo, we're gonna make you stand trial, and it was gonna be kind of like that kind of thing. Where
Yeah, I got the impression, like, based on the trailer, it was gonna be like Doctor Strange fucks up,
right,
invites his other like
Dungers,
doppelgangers
yeah,
into the universe,
exactly,
and then he has to team up with Scarlet Witch. And then I
yep.
thought eventually Scarlet Witch would be like turning towards the dark side, because she does have that one line in the trailers where she's like, oh, "If you do it, you're a hero, and I'm a villain." So I'm like, all right, she's gonna become evil. But I thought it was gonna be like at the end of the fucking thing.
I thought
in
she
the movie or
honestly, I just
something.
thought she was just saying that because she was just like, "Why are you coming to me?" I thought she was gonna be jaded because like, "Why are you coming to me for help?" Like, dot dot dot. Like, oh, like, why are you mad that everyone looks at you like you're evil? They look at me like I'm evil. That's how I took it. I saw that scene, not as she's the villain.
I did like how early they revealed it too. Like they did not bother
Nope.
like trying to hide. They were like, "Listen, first 5 minutes, we got the villain out."
Period. She's like, yep. She's like, oh yeah, those monsters that sent it, that was me. She was like,
Yeah.
that was. She was like, that was me being nice, because it could have been me
Mm-hmm.
coming after her. And I'm just like, every line like that. She has so many good lines in this movie, like where
Mm-hmm.
she is just such a bad bitch. Like literally, the majority of gay people just like came together and just said, "Ah," you know. Like
I just like that she is a villain who
she's
just doesn't give a
right. She's
shit.
like a good proper villain.
She literally just like the first time in a Marvel movie where like the villain actually kind of scares me, because I'm like, oh shit, this villain does not fuck around and will just kill you. Like I didn't even get that impression with Thanos. Like even Thanos had his moments where it's like, man, Thanos could just end this right here. Why isn't he ending it right
Nope,
here?
she had those
But no,
moments where she's like, she
then
can
I never
end
had
this
that question with
here,
Wanda.
and she did.
Yeah, she's like, I could end this right here, and I will. Bop.
Period.
Do not fuck around.
Right. Right. Great visual effects. You know, her background story makes it so much more compelling. Like she's not just someone who's like, I want to rule the world. Like, and this is one of those things. Like, if you don't,
Yeah, I like that. That was her motivation too. Like she actually has that line where she's like, I don't want to rule the world for my fucking family.
right, and which is why I feel so bad you didn't watch WandaVision, because it's like WandaVision, like that's why I'm like, this is so. This movie is so much more impactful. Like, it's so much more. Like, you can understand through watching WandaVision will explain how she got to this point. Like, it's no surprise. Which is one of the things I was like, some of the critiques of this movie had me a little baffled. That's all. Like, people were just like, whoa, she's like a bitch, and she's like so and so and so. And I'm just like, literally, they made a whole series like leading up to explaining like why she's the way she is. Like a whole, like I can't, at this point, I can't understand how you don't. Even in the movie, they explain, they're like, hey, this book literally fucks with your mind and makes you evil. Like, and yet people are like, I don't understand. Why was she such a bitch? Like, I don't understand how that was like even a talking like a argument. That didn't make any sense to me. Whatchamacallit, some people were upset that I talked about it with a friend, and he was upset that like they brought the Illuminati just to have them all murdered.
I actually like that though.
Like yeah, like
first... it's like if you have a cameo that's not important, it kind of a flex to just kill them all.
Period.
I respect it.
And also, because, yeah, and the person who brought it up was like, oh my god, why did you just introduce them just to kill them all? And I'm like, one, that was badass. And two, they'll be back. Like, the multiverse is open now.
Dude, that was a different dimension, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
Right.
You have our Professor X.
Right. Like, the only people that won't be back is, well, potentially female Captain Marvel, unless she's literally just a female in another universe.
Mm-hmm.
And Black, whatchamacallit? Black Captain Marvel. Mm-hmm. But we're definitely gonna see Rogan. I said, why did I say, wow, I almost said a name of a porn star. We're only gonna say Reed Richards.
To be fair, that also sounds like a porn
right,
star.
We're gonna see Reed Richards again. Justin, God, I hope he still has that beard, because
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also going to see Charles Xavier again. We're gonna most likely see him in some iteration.
Yeah.
Also,
100%.
even if we don't see him, it's like Homeboy's been in like 3+ movies, 4+ movies now. So it's like, even if he's not in any more X-Men movies, I'm not broken up about it. That's just how I feel. I feel like people that want him to be there, it's like, oh, it's nostalgia. I'm like, nah. I mean, it'd be cool if he goes. I'm fine with if he stays or goes. Essentially.
Basically, I feel like he's super old now, though. Patrick Stewart.
Right. I'm just like, y'all have like another Patrick Stewart lined up just in case. Like, I thought about that as I saw the scene. And I kind of felt bad. I felt really guilty thinking that.
He's 81.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel guilty.
I mean, like, I love him.
I felt really guilty.
But
But yeah, so that was a thing. Also, right, going back to the whole point, like, oh, she's such a bitch, blah, blah, blah. You know, and it's like, I'm trying really hard to not be, to not lean to because this is where Oni and I will disagree, potentially. It's because he hasn't been seeing Twitter like I have been, but it's definitely giving just like a slight sprinkle of sexism when it's like I'm seeing all these comments about Wanda, like, well, I mean, or not all these, but like enough questioning Wanda, being like, oh, Wanda's this, Wanda's that, da, 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 oh my god, blah 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 blah. Like, you just like that she's crazy? What? I don't get it. Meanwhile, the way people in the MC-verse have got saying shit how, wow, Thanos clapping cheeks, Loki's badass, I want him in me. Like, no. Like, if you don't like, literally the only difference between the two of them, like, Thanos wiped out an entire, like, half of the population in the universe. And yet you're mad that she killed what? Loki destroyed half of like New York City. And y'all mad that this girl blew up half a, I don't know, blew up half a sanctuary and like killed some people. Like, I feel like her body count was like definitely under 50.
It was pretty low, actually.
Right.
It's just that it was significant characters.
Right, it was significant characters, and they were all killed in very gruesome ways.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So, I remember someone's opinion about it. Someone referred to it like, they're like, oh, I don't like torture porn. And I'm just like...
There was no torture.
It was his death, yeah. And they were, like... Yeah, it wasn't torture porn. Yeah, everyone just died. Like, I guess if you don't like violent death porn like The Boys, like, then yeah, I guess I would understand. Because this felt like just an episode of The Boys, but MCU characters.
I will say it's a little like as gory as it was.
And it's still not that
more
bad.
Like yeah, it's not that bad because it wasn't really bloody. It was more like just the circumstance and you thinking about it. It's like, I forgot what the word is. it's just like more gory in theory,
Yeah.
like in your imagination, and it has.
But they didn't really
is on
show
the
blood.
screen-
It's like
screen.
you know, Captain America just got sawed in half, but
They didn't
they didn't
it
show
or
like
do anything,
a massive. They didn't show her body split into two. You just see her fall over. Like that's it.
Yeah, you just fall sideways. That's all.
But you know what happened.
Maybe she slipped on a banana peel.
You know, homegirl, Captain Marvel. Shout out to her. I'm mad that she's dead because you know, I want all black people to win, but at least she beat her
Black
up.
Captain Marvel was actually
at least
better than Brie Larson.
No comment to this. Anyways, all I'm gonna say is, you know, she did the most damage to her, you know, and her death wasn't that bad. Like, you know, she just had something fall on her. Yeah. Like, you know, I feel like they were generous. Like they didn't go too over the top. But I would still say this is a rated R movie, but they didn't go over the top.
Yeah, it's like a very hard PG-13 or a very soft R.
Right,
so
one of those. Like, yeah. I will say the one glaring thing I had a problem with this entire movie was definitely the chase scene. Because it started out...
Yeah, I know. That was a big hang-up for you. I just took it as more as a comedic
It was,
scene
right, but it's not supposed to be. This is supposed to be, like, scary, and I'm just like... Okay, girl, we're waiting at this door for, like, a minute. Like, we're not even, like, walking away, not even, like, not running, not flying away, just not even walking away, just staring at the door. It's, like, this for a minute, and then she's like, peekaboo, and I'm like, okay. What was the point of that? It reminded me of
those old, like, jump scare, like, videos and stuff, like, you're just watching a video, and they'll just, like, throw up a jump scare, like, rah! And it's just so cheesy, and it's just like, oh, okay, you tried to scare me.
Right.
I saw this coming 20 minutes ago.
Right, because it literally took 20 minutes to come.
They kept zooming in on the door, zooming in on Doctor Strange, zooming on the door, zooming on Doctor Strange,
zooming on Rachel Adams.
I get it.
Zooming on the door.
Like, they did it so much at a certain point, I was like, maybe it's not a jump scare. Maybe they're, like, trying to make me think it's a jump scare and it's going to be something else.
Yeah.
But no, jump scare.
Yeah. And then, I like the introduction of the new character, America.
I love her name, America Chavez.
Yeah. And the way, what did I call her the other time?
I don't remember.
Like, I called her something, like, crazy. Because I just... Because I was just like, oh, America. Alright, America. But yeah, I love her. Another complaint that my friend also had was like, oh, you know, what does this movie do exactly? And, you know, I said, what I told him was like, you know, outside of, like, Avenger movies, a lot of movies are very self-contained and give or take a few things. Like, compared to the Avengers, which is just the Avengers. Like, yeah, it's rare that one movie has such, like, a huge effect on the other movie. Like, like, you know, of course, Spider-Man had Doctor Strange in it, which led to Doctor Strange's movie. So it's like, now that all his characters are involved in the MCU universe, they can all kind of just bounce to movie, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, the plot in Spider-Man doesn't really bear too much on the plot of Doctor Strange. Just like Captain America didn't really have too much to do with Iron Man, you know?
Yeah, it's just like tangentially related, where it's like, oh, if you know about it, it kind of helps put a timeline together.
Right, yes. It puts,
you don't need to know.
Period. Excuse me. So that's one. And even that aside, they still did like, you know, Wanda is quote unquote dead. We got to see more of the multiverse, and we killed some people in the multiverse, and that's definitely going to, like, that's like a huge thing that happened. You know, to say something, oh, what happened? Like, that happened. Like, we just killed, like, a bunch of people bunch of heroes out of nowhere. And then we find a hero whose her literal main power is to traverse the multiverse.
Yeah. And she's gonna come in handy, I'm sure, in later movies.
Exactly. So I was like, actually, this movie accomplished a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, yes, and what happens to Doctor Strange? Homegirl got a third eye. Mm-hmm. So I guess we don't know what's gonna happen with that. And I guess we'll
find out in 2026,
right? And he's working. I guess he's working together with other multi-dimensional beings to do stuff. So yeah, I'm here for it. Also, that battle of Doctor Strange versus himself.
Oh yeah, that was
one of my favorite fights in the whole Marvel universe. Period. I love me a magic fight. But yeah, no, it was a great movie. I loved it a lot. It's like I would say top 5 for me personally.
Yeah, it's gonna be top 5. It probably will squeak into that top 5. Yeah, I'd say so. It's definitely one of the more fun movies. Like, I think this is the best combination of fun and good writing. Like, there's a lot of Marvel movies that I would say are better, but they're not necessarily as fun. Like Winter Soldier, I love, but it's not really a fun movie. Or Civil War. I guess Civil War is a little bit fun, but it's more serious.
Like those movies.
I feel like it was a good mix of lighthearted moments in this movie, but also like, oh shit, that's fucking crazy moment.
Yeah.
In the way that some of the other Marvel movies don't necessarily have. I feel like this one had a good balance.
Yeah, this movie, it was just very good. And like I said, so many quotable lines, and most of them coming from Wanda, if not all of them. Mm-hmm. And that was me being generous. Like, oh, I forgot the word she said. It was something to that effect. And then she's like, I'm not a monster, I'm a mother. Like, that's all. Twitter's just been quoting those, like, her lines the entire week. Yeah, just it's really good. And yeah, I think I'm going to, unless you have anything to say, I think that's gonna wrap up our filler arc.
Nope, I'm fully depleted.
Right.
Guys, if you enjoyed this episode of Waifu Wars, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can get all the episodes that dig up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitch, follow us on Twitter, and join the party on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. And if you want, you can become a patron or channel member, like all these lovely people on screen right now who make the show possible. And Drew, you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, go see, please go watch Doctor Strange movie, the quote-unquote Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, the Doctor Strange movie. I'm gonna go watch it next week with my parents, so I'm looking forward to that. But until next time, this has been Soberoni, and we'll catch y'all later.
Bye.